welcome back to Yavapai College. I am Jordan Ham, Northern Arizona Softball League. Some of the best Arizona high school softball players here in a showcase. We have 12 broadcasts throughout the weekend. We just wrapped up Game 2. We'll talk to a couple of players from the Hotshots Del Sante 16U team, Grace Reyna and Autumn Kunze. Guys, just overall, how's the weekend been going for you guys? Grace, let's start with you.
I feel like practicing this week was really beneficial. We worked a lot on hitting. Didn't exactly do how we wanted to this game, but going through this weekend, we're going to progress and do better.
And Autumn, you were super effective in the circle. Just what was your mentality kind of going in once you got on the rubber?
I was going in knowing that I had to throw strikes, especially against a really good hitting team, and I knew I had to hit my spots to help contribute to my team.
Mm-hmm. And you guys are the battery. Grace, you're the catcher. Autumn, you've done a lot of pitching. Just how has your guys' relationship and kind of chemistry worked throughout the past couple of weeks as you guys have kind of gotten back into the swing of things after being off for a couple of weeks?
I feel like bouncing back into club ball was easy just because we all know each other and we're all good with each other and we know how to bond. So the first week was probably difficult finding pitches again, but after that we all got it back together.
Mm-hmm. And you guys have plenty of softball ahead of you this weekend. What's going to be the main goal for you guys to make sure that you guys have a productive weekend?
The main goal for us, I think, is to make sure as a team we're putting the ball in play and having quality at bats, and then in the field making sure we're making those key plays for everyone.
Yeah.
Now, I'm looking at your guys' resume off the field, and it's super impressive. Autumn, you play violin for the chamber orchestra. Just how do you balance music and softball?
It is a little bit difficult. There are times where I've had to pick which one I want to go to, so that has been difficult, but it's fun doing both, and it keeps me busy throughout the week.
What usually, if it goes head-to-head, what usually wins?
Softball. I mean,
okay.
It depends. For orchestra, I mean, we have a concert each quarter, so I'll go to that over practice. But, I mean, most of the time it's softball.
Gotcha. And Grace, I see that you're an assistant softball coach and nursing home volunteer. You do construction demo for your dad's construction.
Yeah.
Does that help with the power a little bit?
Honestly,
we're
yeah.
working on some mechanics there?
Yeah, we did. We're doing like a bathroom right now, so we did the whole ripped the drywall out.
Yeah.
Hammered the floors,
Squished the bug, yeah.
Yeah, all this stuff, yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys swinging by after your game. I know that you guys have plenty of softball ahead of you, so I'm sure we'll be seeing you throughout the weekend. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you.
All right, we got a couple more coming in here as we're getting going with Game 3. So we're going to shuffle in a couple of players as well from Team Georges. As we are getting going here. All right, guys, how you doing? There's a couple players here from Team Georges. Why don't you go ahead and just introduce yourselves real quick.
I'm AJ Murphy.
My name's Caitlin Lodick.
And you guys have been tearing it up this morning. A lot of runs coming in, a lot of good defensive plays. Just overall, how's the weekend been going for you guys?
It's been feeling good out there. The ball's looking really big in the box, and it's been good.
Nice. How about you, Caitlin?
Yeah, it's been good. I feel like our team is just working together really well, and we knocked off the dust from last weekend, and we just are going out for each other. So
now I've been broadcasting with your coach the past 2 weeks, and one thing that he mentioned was last weekend you guys left the bat on your shoulders a couple of times. Clearly that's not the case this weekend for you guys, as you've, I think, 27 runs in the first 2 games for you guys?
Yeah, something like that.
Nice. Well, overall, what do you guys want to continue to do this weekend to make sure you guys are having a productive weekend?
I would say just staying aggressive and getting my pitch, and then being ready on defense, just anticipating the ball.
Yeah, I say swing early in the count because that's usually when the best pitch is.
Okay.
So, yeah, if we want to do productive things, just stay up in the count.
And for those who might have missed the first 2 broadcasts, who might be watching your guys' games later, how would you describe your softball games personally, as a utility person and as an outfielder?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like, I don't even know. It's just like all of us in general are very like energetic, and so we like to play with like our heart.
Okay.
And then just go out and have fun and just try like go 100%.
And how'd you describe yourself as an outfielder?
I would say I'm pretty aggressive. Like I dove for a ball in that game, and I don't know. I just want to do anything I can to help the team.
AJ, how about you?
For just personal?
Yeah.
I think my range, going left to right, because I had one up the middle from third and short. And yeah, just making the throw on the run.
Off the bat, I was saying, oh, that's going to be a tough play. And then you just, whoop, no problem, bang, bang play. But you got him. Well, I appreciate you guys swinging by the press box. I know you have a lot of softball ahead of you. So go grab something to eat, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you on a broadcast here shortly.
Thank you.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thanks, guys. All right, so we are getting going here in Game 3 of our broadcast. We have the Hotshots Coach Chestnut here getting going. And then we have the Little Saints Coach Gill in the red, white, and blue. So we're going to get set here in just a second. And for Coach Chestnut in the circle right now, we have Taylor Thompson. She just struck out a batter. She is Pinnacle Class of 2021, getting going here in the top of the first. As that is fouled off. Kiana Bird to the plate.
Taylor Thompson, she's, again, keep hearing it over and over and over. She is a big, strong kid, brilliant mind. She does it all out there, between the lines and in the classroom.
Off speed, not able to be handled there by the first baseman. So we will have a runner on. As we get set, Bailey French coming to the plate. Bailey with a 3.0 GPA, class of 2022. As Bird will advance on the pass ball. So no outs here in the first. That pitch is high for a ball.
You see some good velocity.
French describes herself as a team player and coachable. Plays at Canyon View High School. She swings through that one, back pick. And they got her. What a great throw there by May Obata.
Yeah, first inning in here, this Chestnut team looks pumped up, and you look at the smiles on their faces out there. Executing a play like that early on in the game, stealing it out, beautiful piece of defense, great back pick right there. And Taylor Thompson, she is looking tough. She's got some violent spin on the ball, little pop on it. She's going to be a tough one to steal some runs from, that's for sure.
So now Team Chestnut coming to the plates after giving up a runner, but not a run. And in the circle here,
I think the most impressive thing about Taylor, I was fortunate enough to watch her play. In fact, my daughter played with her about 4 or 5 years ago now. I watched her go from a kid that's throwing, 49 to 50 miles an hour to now, consistently 60, 61 miles an hour. And, that violent snap on the ball, she's tough to hit. She's got a good change of speed. So, like I said, she's going to be a formidable opponent today. And, this is a kid that has a 3.6 GPA. And Taylor Thompson, criminal justice is what she hopes to study in school. And I think this is very unique here in that she's part of, it says Academic or School Club, Society of Women Scholars. What a bright, brilliant young lady. Let's flip it to the other pitcher we've got here in this circle, number 11.
Kylie Messmer, signed with Biola, wants to study speech pathology.
Well, I've had the good fortune of getting to know Kylie over the years, and in fact, I know her mom, Tricia, well, and her stepfather being Coach Gill on this team, and he works extensively with this kid on her pitching. And you want to talk about spin, she's I call her a spunker. She's spin and funk. She's a little bit of both, and very hard to scratch out runs on this kid. You can see it right there. She throws the ball almost like a Frisbee. Unique form, and sometimes that's what you need out there. You need unique, and I say unique form. This is a kid that has gone from very, very long stretches shutting teams down. In fact, we had a run-in with her, my team, Hotshots Georges, a year or two back, and this is right when she was really hitting peak form. And she held us to 1 run throughout 6 innings, and we scratched out 1 in a tough game there. And, you see we have good hitting team there, but this kid understands pitching, and she is a bright young mind in the circle. She's a high leverage type of pitcher. Doesn't matter what the situation is, doesn't matter how high the leverage moment is, she's going to get that out. That's her mindset.
Bella Williams at the plate right now. She takes a ball there. Bella Pinnacle is where she plays her prep ball. Class of 2022, 4.02 GPA. And nice off speed there by Messmer to get the strikeout.
That's what she does. Again, I mean, she throws all sorts of screwy at you. I mean, screwball, screw rise. I mean, she's got nice form out there. She's got consistent mechanics, but it's all I can say is it's unique. I'm not a pitching coach, but I know you don't see a whole lot of pitchers like her.
Maddie Lung takes ball number 1. Lung playing, she is class of 2020, plays for Liberty.
I got to talk to her coach a little bit about her, and this is how he described her. I'll take 15 of those kids all day, every day on the team. No one's going to outwork her. No one's going to be more passionate. 4.0 GPA. She's interested in being a physical education teacher and also coaching. So, great job by her coaches influencing her in a positive way to want to coach herself.
Skied to center field, but caught for out number 2. Casey Rodriguez coming to the plate. Rodriguez from Cactus Shadows. Inside pitch, and she hits it hard, but hits it foul. Also rides horses competitively.
Yeah, I've seen that. I don't say what type. Is she a barrel racer? Is she a English saddle?
I did not delve that deeply into it, but
I know this. I've watched some barrel racing out here. I come from New Hampshire, so I don't know if it's big there, but it's certainly a thing here. And man, I've seen some of these youngsters out there riding those horses. I don't know how they do it. They are flying around those barrels.
she chases high on the pitch. And yeah, that is an interesting delivery there from Kylie. I think you accurately describe it as a Frisbee where it just kind of glides.
It's amazing. I mean, honestly, she should teach that. If she can teach that, you don't have to throw 65 to be a top tier pitcher, and Kylie demonstrates that. Kylie does not give up many runs.
It's fouled straight back.
They got on Miss Rodriguez, a 2.8 down to first. That's some serious speed.
She might get to show that off as she walks.
It says here, I did a double take when I saw this. Home to home, 11-1. If that's a verified time, that is freakishly fast. Also means she's an elite base runner.
Susie Kirstick coming to the plate out of Dobson. Signee with Bushnell. 4.1 GPA, all-region first team. Wants to major in biology. She gets a hold of that very high. They're going to settle under that for the final out. So they get a runner on, but relatively quiet. As we will head to the top of the second, where the Little Saints will return for their second hacks.
Yeah, today's game is brought to you by Mac Media Incorporated. Everything Apple, everything local. Mac Media is your local premier Apple authorized sales and service provider with locations in Peoria, Arizona, as well as Old Town Scottsdale. If you've got issues with your phone or computer, need something fixed, broken glass, you've got Apple Care, really anything in the world of Apple, business, personal, they can take care of you. Well, welcome back here. Stepping up to the plate is number 15. Bailey French. She's quickly down 0-2 here. Miss Thompson wasting no time getting ahead, establishing dominance there in the circle. So now this is going to be her pitch right here and only her pitch, and Miss French is going to have to do the best that she can with it. So Bailey French, she is an uncommitted 2022 with a 3.0 GPA. Preferred field of study will be law. She bats left, throws left. She's a catcher, first baseman, and outfielder. Definitely like the way she's working up there. She is working hard despite being down in this count. And knowing Taylor Thompson, she's not going to let up on her here. She's going to go right at her. Hey, a few things about Miss Bailey French. She's involved in the All-American Games in 2019. Bailey French was also selected for On Deck Colorado Jamboree in 2020. It's a nice recognition. It's not easy to get into those jamborees. You have to be selected based on your performance in a tryout. On Deck runs a phenomenal program. They go around the country assessing student athletes. And student athletes have a big showing over there. They might make it into one of the jamborees, and historically speaking, those jamborees have been packed with college coaches from around the country. Right there, Taylor Thompson just freezes her with a pitch on the outside corner, and she says, "Can I help you?" "No, I'm just looking." So, unfortunately, Taylor Thompson ate Bailey's lunch right there. My esteemed colleague is back, so you won't have to listen to me do the play-by-play anymore. Jordan Ham, take it away.
Summer Pels coming to the plate. We'll bring you inside the broadcast a little bit, tracking down some lineups. Making sure we're have the proper information in front of us. That one's in the dirt.
Summer's a young lady I've had the pleasure of watching since she was probably 11, 12 years of age. Started out in the Cougars organization before they became Storm. Man, always gritty, a phenomenal catcher, third baseman, big bat, powerful kid.
Swings through that one. Strike number 2. As we are seeing both pitchers just really get after the strike zone here. That one is grounded to third. Play over to first for out number 2.
I'll tell you what, as you look around at this Chestnut team, it's a good-looking team. I'm looking around the infield, and I just see it looks like it's about 5'9" plus all around, except for when you get to Miss Madison Lung over there at second base. But you don't judge her by her stature, you judge her by her heart.
Yeah, a lot of size here for this Chestnut team. As Sawyer Snodgrass coming to the plate.
See Taylor Thompson now, she's starting to expand a little bit there. That could be her and her catcher, recognizing the fact that they're getting a lot of swings and misses. That's the one thing I would say so far. I'm sure it's pretty evident to our viewers at home, but this kid's swing and miss ratio thus far is pretty impressive. Not a whole lot of contact.
Pitch is outside. Right down the middle for a strike.
Well, you know, it's no secret that the pitcher's looking to work ahead in the count. And usually the first couple pitches you get are the best ones to hit. And, you know, Taylor's doing that. She's working ahead. That last one was a hittable pitch. Says, come get me if you want it. But if you don't, I'm just going to get nastier like she did right there, just missing outside with a very hard snap, hard curve right there on the outside part of the plate.
Sawyer Snodgrass plays for Sunrise Mountain for her prep side. 2019 first team all-district, Peoria Unified. That one just misses.
Yeah, beautiful off-speed drop.
Past couple of years has volunteered at a retirement pain center. Also sings Christmas carols to him. That one freezes her for strike number 3.
Beautiful pitch as she paints the inside corner. That ball starting in, staying in, tight spin. Another batter just goes down looking. Taylor Thompson dominating and just cruising so far. There's Coach Chestnut there talking him up, letting him know, hey, let's not let off the pedal right here. Let's establish ourselves and score first.
So we are scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second. Game number 3 of a day chocked full of high school softball. Little Saints Gill and AZ Hotshots Chestnut here scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second. Jordan Ham alongside Brian Georges in what is it? Game number 3 of 6 today. In total, there will be 12 broadcasts. Pretty darn good high school softball. May Obata hits one straight up in the air. It's able to find some outfield grass for a leadoff single. So base runner on here. Leadoff person for Team Chestnut. Now coming to the plate, Kylie Lemon. She lines that one just foul. Good connection there.
Good try, girl.
And to our listeners at home, especially some of the college coaches, I'm getting a lot of text messages. If you go to azhotshotsvr.com, again, that's azhotshotsvr, like virtual recruitment, vr.com. On there, you'll see all the profile sheets for all the teams that are taking part in this event this weekend. And so you'll have all the information that you could possibly need on them. Well, not possibly. You might want to reach out to coaches or some of the student athletes to get some more info on them. We'll try to do our best over here to let you know about these student athletes. And, yeah, go there, pull down those profile sheets. The live link right now is, again, we're in Little Saints Gold versus 18U Hotshots Chestnut. And 0-0 score here in the second inning.
Kylie Lemon plays with prep ball at Thunderbird. She fouls that one straight back. Wants to be an ultrasound technician, study public health. 465 batting average in her career, 70 runs scored, 61 RBI, 34 doubles. She is hit by a pitch there. So that moves runners in scoring position, first and second, nobody out, and Tatum Chestnut coming up. She's signed with Embry-Riddle, class of 2020. Prep ball at Liberty as she lays down a bunt, and it took a slightly funky hop and found a bunch of space. I think had it not maybe hit a pebble or whatever, it caused that readjustment. It still might have been enough for her to find the base.
I agree. That was a good little push bunt right there, right between the pitcher and the first baseman. It's excellent technique. You know, soft enough so that it doesn't get to the second baseman or the first baseman too soon, but hard enough that she gets it deep enough that I think they could have scored that runner from third. I don't know if that was well anticipated over there. Maybe it was. Maybe I'm just being a little too critical here. But I do know this: that was a beautiful bunt. We've got bases loaded, no outs, and now we get to see that high leverage situation I talked about earlier with Miss Kylie Mesmer up there. She lives for these moments.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
Antonia Milinovic is actually at the plate. Class of 2022 Cactus Shadows. Won the Team Slugger Award. A nice position for her to be in right now. 3.5 weighted GPA. Wants to be a pediatric surgeon. Pitch comes in. Strike. Nice job by Mesmer there. Again, throwing some pitches that are diving all over, and that's going to be a called strike 3, first out. Starting to dig herself out of this bases loaded hole.
Yeah, that's just where you got to understand your situation right there. You need a ball in play. You got to take the bat off your shoulder right there. And this is you got to know the pitcher too. If you've been watching thus far, this kid's going to put the ball where she wants to, when she wants to.
Ball number 1 to Hannah Hoppy. Boulder Creek, class of 2021, 2020 All-Academic 6A player. 2019, she was the most improved player for the Jaguars. Takes an outside strike.
So looking at this roster, this is a good-looking Chestnut team. There's only 4 committed kids on the team, which means there's a lot of uncommitted talent out there.
Pitch comes in, fouled straight back. Mesmer continues to pound the strike zone.
Jordan Ayala, our batter, 4.0 GPA.
4.28.
Oh, all right.
Strike 3. So what started as a bases loaded, no outs situation, they are 1 out away from escaping with no damage done. Looks like she might have gotten a piece of that actually, but the catcher, Snodgrass, able to hang on.
Snodgrass is working back there. That kid looks phenomenal back there. She is shifting and sticking deep in her crouch. So, I mean, with the combination of Kylie's spin and then Snodgrass's receiving skills right there, it gives a deadly duo right there. And, they're going to steal some strikes on you. And, to your point earlier, it started out as a bases loaded threat.
That is in the air and caught for the final out. And they escape unscathed.
Opportunity squandered there. But you know what? Credit to Kylie Mesmer.
We head to third. No score here between the Little Saints and the AZ Hotshots Team Chestnuts. Welcome back to game number 3 of a busy day of softball here at the high school level here in Arizona. I'm Jordan Ham alongside Brian Georges. Right now we have the Arizona Hotshots, Team Chestnut, against the Little Saints Gold softball team, Team Gill. Taylor Thompson in the circle has been impressive so far through 2 innings. Thompson gets her sign. That is a strike to Raina Gill. Skips that one in here for a ball.
This young lady rags on me every chance she gets. Raina is an absolute joker.
What's the go-to?
She just says, "Hi, George." And, you know, I probably did it in no service, but she just knows. I don't know why. It just devastates me.
Gill playing with Sunrise Mountain for her prep ball.
I'll tell you, Taylor Thompson out there looks like she is in very, very good shape and very good form. She looks strong. She looks lean. Killing machine out there on the mound, but right there, Raina swipes it back. Good patient at bat by her. And, you know, now they're in business here. Got a runner on. You know, last inning, killed a bases loaded, no out rally. This could be one of those momentum swings here in a game.
Sydney Rowe coming to the plate. That one gets by. Gill will take second.
I think one of the most beautiful things we're seeing out here today, besides the weather and these gals playing softball, I shouldn't say seeing, but we're hearing the sounds, and those are sounds of some really happy student athletes out there. But, you know, something else I'm hearing, like hearing birds chirping on a beautiful spring day, hearing some kids out there giggling and goofing around in the crowd, and, you know, these folks out here couldn't be happier to be watching their kids play some softball. I know I'm loving it. How about you, Jordan?
Absolutely, yeah, you couldn't ask for better weather, really quality softball. We talked the past 2 weekends about shaking the rust off, and it's been pretty minimal, I would feel like. I feel like a lot of these girls have used their time wisely, whether it's away from school or the field. They look like they've been ready to go.
You know, and that's a question one of the college coaches on our advisory panel put in front of us and said, you know, something I want to hear. I want to hear what these girls did during this shutdown period or during their quarantine period. I'm curious if you ask them that question, what they might say. So I might want to keep that one in our back pocket, because I got a feeling we're going to hear a lot of, I got a trainer, I did this, I did that. I mean, obviously they don't study. These
Swing and a miss.
If I'm to guess, I'd say of the 6 teams out here this weekend, we've got about maybe a median GPA of about a 3.9.
That might even be selling it short.
That might be selling it short with some of those 4.7s and 4.8s out there.
They draw a walk here.
Still most impressive to me is from captain's team there, Adriana Coita. Number 1 out of 724 in her class. And, you know, and yet also just a high-level athlete. I don't know how they do it. I certainly don't know how that kid does it or any of these girls do it, but I'm always in awe, even as a coach. I'm always awestruck by their ability to balance so much in their lives and yet find time to put an additional work in, whether it's, you know, physically or swinging the stick or working on their pitching mechanics. But, you know, that's what elite level players do.
Nicole Armijo coming to the plate, class of 2022. Big swing and a miss. This is the second time they tried to back pick, but I guess not necessarily back pick, but kind of halfway pick. They're throwing it to the shortstop rather than trying to get the runner on the way back. Just try to catch her lean in a little bit.
You know, it's an interesting strategy. If I'm the base runner, I'm taking off on the next pitch. I mean,
as Obata can't quite find it, she fires it down to third. And the throw beat the runner, but I don't think the tag did. That was Raina Gill that was able to sneak in there. She was looking around. Gill took advantage. And yeah, I think the throw was definitely there, but the tag was just a little bit late. It was on the other side of the body. Thompson comes right back and fires in a strike. That was Jordan Ayala at third base who handled that throw, kind of had to do a backhand. That pitch is low. Armijo plays her prep ball at Red Mountain. That one's right on the fists and caught.
And that's just what you call execution and a great purpose pitch right there. All she's looking for is to induce that either a little dribbler out in front of her catcher or a pop-up right there. And one pitch, one out. You got runners at second and third, and you're one out away from reducing the threat significantly. So right now, a batted ball, a fly ball, tagging up, scores a run. She get another one of those pop-ups or a strikeout right here. She's in a good spot, especially with first base open down there. So she can pitch to her strengths right now.
Megan Urakawa coming to the plate, class of 2021, 4.2 GPA. And that one is popped up and caught.
One more, let's go.
Oh, and I like Taylor making me look good right there. Hey, one more pop-up, and then we're as soon as I say that, she gets another one. So, again, running the ball in on the hitter's hands. Hitter's got to recognize that in that spot, what a pitcher's trying to do. So if anything, you're looking to turn on that inside pitch because she's not going to throw you something outside that's easy for you to handle. She's going to come in on you and try to jam you right there.
First pitch is high to Kylie Mesmer. So she can help her own cause here.
She can, and she often does, and that's what you know, that high leverage situation mentioned earlier. She's a high leverage player. She's been in the circle for a very long time, so she knows she's just mentally strong.
And there she goes. She lines that one up the middle. One run is going to score, but Chestnut does a nice job getting it in early, but not able to be handled. Second runner going to come in. Meanwhile, Mesmer takes second.
Yeah, I've just, you know, I've felt this way for a very long time about this kid. You know, you hear it in my voice as I talk about her pitching, just how solid she is. She, again, unique mechanics, but a master of her mechanics and her craft. And now here she is at the plate. She gets exactly what she wants. Give me something that I can put back up the middle. Maybe I plate one, maybe I get two. Ball gets away. Runner alertly takes home right there. And like you said, hey, maybe she can help her cause, and she sure did right there. Good call, Jordan.
Thank you, sir. Ivana Bustamante coming up to the plate. She is signed with Ohio Christian, wants to study criminal justice. class of 2020. First pitch is a swing and a miss. And then she gives a ride to that one. Check the ball. Woo! There might be a dent in that one. 2-run bomb for Bustamante.
That was a no-doubter. Again, I don't know if anybody over here sells insurance, but this would be a good day to be out there in that parking lot handing out business cards.
I'm telling you, the wisest thing I did this morning was not take my original parking spot, which was right behind the fence. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give myself an extra 40 feet to work with.
Yeah, well, props to you. That was definitely a good idea. I think we've seen, what, 13, 14 home runs thus far on this field today?
Possibly, yeah. Right around there. I mean, Team Georgia went 4 straight at one point.
Yeah, we can shamelessly plug that group right there. I think we had 8 or 9 in the last game and 3 or 4 in the game before.
Kiana Bird takes a strike.
You know, it's not a small park here. It's 210 feet down the lines. We are playing at a little bit of an elevation here in beautiful Prescott. And, you know, get another opportunity to say thank you to Yavapai for hosting us here. Thank you to the city of Prescott for hosting us. And thank you for NSA for incorporating us into your event so that these 6 teams that are playing this weekend have this awesome opportunity to play over here at Bill Valalay Fields, lower and upper at Yavapai College. Go to www.azhotshotsvr for more information on the games the remainder of the way. So while you're there, you can download the profile sheets for the student athletes that are playing, even if you're just at home and want to know who you're watching. Obviously, as a college coach, there's probably some importance there. Know who's committed, know who's uncommitted.
Bird fouls that one off.
Go to www.azhotshotsvr.com so you can not only watch these broadcasts, but there's many other things that you can do off that site. And Mark Rogers, wonderful man who's dedicated his time and at $0 selflessly helping us promote these student athletes out there. And so on their profile sheets, there's also an archived games tab. And those archived games, those are all of the games that we've recorded so far in the Northern Arizona League. And we've put those there for your viewing pleasure if you want to go back and watch a competition, or as a college coach, if you just want to go back and analyze some pitching or some at-bats, or maybe you didn't get a chance to see a game. Maybe you're now seeing a team or a player that you really like and you want to go see how they did in some of their other games this summer in the Northern Arizona League. So thanks for tuning in and watching, and that's going to be the end of that inning right there with the Little Saints now up. Jordan, what's the score and what do we got?
4-0 as they head to the 4th inning.
Well, that was that momentum change inning that we talked about. Opportunity to score a bunch for the Chestnut team. They don't get it done with the bases loaded, no outs. And Little Saints come back, and with 2 outs, they put 4 on the board.
Welcome back to Yavapai College. A great day of softball. We are in game number 3 of 6 broadcasts today. We have Arizona Hotshots, Team Chestnut, taking on the Little Saints Gold team, Team Gill. Right now, Team Gill, a 4-0 lead after a really strong inning offensively. You saw Kylie Mesmer help her own cause with 2 RBIs. Then Ivana Bustamante with a 2-run bomb, a no-doubter to give them a 4-0 lead. So we are now in bottom of the 3rd. Up to the plate is Taylor Thompson.
opportunity for this young gal to help her own cause too.
In the Hotshots season, she has hit .513. Also pitching for the club team, 192 innings, 157 strikeouts. So they go off speed there. Now seeing battle of pitchers, also a battle of 11s.
Absolutely. It's a good number.
That is popped. Could be in no man's land, but no, a nice catch there. Nice play by the center fielder. That was Megan Urakawa making that play on the run. So one down here in the bottom of the third. That is a line drive, but foul.
And it's important to note, Kylie here, the commit to Biola. I just feel like they just got a total steal with this kid. I mean, 27 ACT, a 4.0, and anytime I've ever seen her in the circle again, it's, I don't know if maybe, if D1s, D2s, if they passed on her, maybe she had those opportunities, and maybe Biola's just the perfect fit. I know I did hear from the household how excited she is to be going to Biola. And again, the D is for degree. It's not necessarily about the division that you're going to. I know Biola runs a heck of a program over there in California. And I know how excited Kylie is to be going there. So, we had spotlighted Urakawa in center field a short moment ago. Made that great catch out there. 4.2 GPA. Also impressive young lady there, showing that speed out there in center field.
Yeah, and that's kind of that no man's land where
that's an interesting one as I look out there. She's a 2020. I don't believe I see a commitment here. I could be mistaken.
Leave it out there.
That pitch is outside.
She does not show as committed. Gosh, if you're tuned in, coaches, and looking for a 2020, seen some good speed from that kid, lefty bat. Might be one to follow throughout the rest of the broadcast in the weekend.
Speaking of good speed, good change of speed there.
Yeah.
By Mesmer, another strikeout. That was Bella Williams.
And Bella put her head down right away. She knows she was fooled. She took a good hard swing up there. Just going to bounce right back in her next AB. This has got a ball game right here.
Catches the corner on that one. That's Maddie Lung up to plate. Out of Liberty. Started her 2020 season, the season that was cut short for everybody. 10 for 11. 9 runs scored, 1 home run, 14 RBI. She goes opposite field there, and that's going to fall in.
A tough read on that one. Wind blowing stiff left to right there. And I think it was just hard to read it with the wind, and that one's down. And so finished 10 for 11. See a hit right there. Productive kid. And like I said, all the coach told me was, I wish I had 15 of those. I don't think that's anything dismissive of the ones he's already got on his team. I think what he means by that is, she might not have the stature. Maybe she doesn't have all of the tools. I don't know that. I'm watching her right now. But he said her hustle and her heart can't be outmatched by anybody.
Casey Rodriguez takes a strike there. She skies that one.
Just missed it.
And that one falls in. The runner's going to come around to score, make this one 4-1. That was Maddie Lung that came all the way around.
I think, again, talking about Maddie Lung, I think you're going to hear her name a few times today. Does great to set the table right there. We saw 2 fly balls that were either misjudged or just a little tough to handle out there, and we've got a run scored. And fitting that Maddie Lung, one of the hearts of this team is the one across the plate to plate that first run.
So 4-1 now. Little Saints lead. As that was a foul ball that actually caught me. I jumped. 1 out here in the 3rd inning. Susie Kerstick up to the plate. She puts that one into left center. Catch is made. Excuse me, that was 2 outs there. That's the 3rd out. So we head to the 4th inning here with a 4-1 game. Little Saints leading.
Coach Gill always coaching, always talking. See him over there talking to his left fielder. I don't think he's giving her a hard time about the one that she missed earlier. I think he's just talking to her about technique over there. He's a very positive influence out there.
So we will take a quick break here. Right now, Little Saints leading 4-1. Taylor Thompson in the circle yet again here for Team Chestnut. Arizona Hotshots, they trail the Little Saints 4-1 here. Bailey French gonna lead things off here in the 4th.
I think what I'm looking to see here from Miss Thompson, looking to see how she bounces back after a 4 spot last inning. She was cruising along, runners at 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs, and Kylie Mesmer knocks that ball up the middle and plates 2. She had the open bag. So, yeah, it's a tough one. You know, when you got runners out there on base, you got an open bag, you got 2 outs, you want to see a jam shot on them, and she got 2. She induced those 2 outs with runners in scoring position, just couldn't get the 3rd one. But hats off to Kylie Mesmer for a clutch hit right there. The next thing you know, Kylie standing out there, and Bustamante comes up and just bangs that ball to right field, and that's how we've gotten to where we've gotten at this point. So want to see her bounce back right here.
Continues to go after French. That's another foul ball. And you mentioned the home runs we've seen today. And yeah, elevation might be playing a slight factor, but there have not been many that were like, oh, didn't quite. Those are just pop flies. I feel like most of these have been well connected.
It's been a Saturday of no doubters, that's for sure.
French with a 3.0 GPA.
My good friend Rich Europa is probably home watching right now. And Rich, we need some sponsorship, and you're a heck of an insurance salesman. And we've smashed some cars today, buddy. I just feel like if you were out here, we could be plugging you all day long.
Fish in a barrel. That is not able to be handled by Milinovich. Tough play regardless, even if she was able to come away with that. Now coming to the plate, Summer Pels.
Yeah, a little interactive thing going on here. I got a message here. I was talking about Megan Arakawa, center fielder for the Little Saints out there. Made a nice play last inning. And I had her as a 2020. I just got a text message that she's actually a 2021 outfielder. So uncommitted 2021 is Arakawa playing center field for the Little Saints today. And we'll see her coming up to bat here shortly.
fouled off by Pels, South Mountain High School. 5A Northwest first team member. Thompson gets her sign. Just outside, they try to back pick, not in time. Able to get back. Really, both pitchers just have relentlessly attacked the zone so far in this game. She goes upstairs, swing and a miss.
One more time. Come on.
Pels showing bunt here. Pulls it back. And strike number 3. So 1 down here. She makes that nicely with the high strike and then just straight heat.
Just blows it by her. I mean, you know, like the rebound thus far. And this is what we want to see in these types of events. We want to see a little bit of adversity and then see how those student athletes bounce back.
Sawyer Snodgrass coming to the plate.
So far, Taylor Thompson, she's unrelenting. She doesn't care that she's down or chasing 3. I think she's got all the confidence in the world that her offense will get her the runs that she needs right here, and she's feeling confident that she'll shut down the offense if she just attacks the zone. And that's what she's doing thus far.
Just outside, back pick. Able to get back in time, though.
That is a violent curveball that she throws there. I'd love to see her throw that, starting that on the right-handed hitter right at their hip. I mean, I just don't think that would be hittable instead of starting that ball over the middle part and looking to get outside. That ball's got so much movement side to side on it. Throw it at their hip. Let that ball freeze them on the inside corner. Backdoor it.
As a strike on the inside quarter.
Well, Snodgrass has looked great behind the plate, huh?
Yeah, she's done a really nice job maintaining a couple tough pitches. We talked about how tough it is to hit against a pitcher like Mesmer, who has that frisbee. I'm sure catching that isn't easy either, as she goes down swinging.
I'm frustrated watching her. I mean, and you know, look, to Snodgrass's credit, look, she looks a little deflated. She gathers her composure. She goes over to the on-deck hitter with a smile on her face, and she starts talking to her about what she's seen up there. And that type of communication, that ability to have a short-term memory, that says a lot about a student athlete up there. Great body language, great composure, great job going in there and communicating with her teammate, understanding this is a team cause. She probably also realizes they're up 3 runs right here, and she wants to see them put a little more up on the board. So a little intel goes a long way.
Raina Gill coming to the plate, signed with Paradise Valley Community College. She's homeschooled but plays for Sunrise Mountain. She fouls that one off. She walked and scored a run last inning.
It's a young lady from Marcos Gill, the coach over there. This is obviously his kid. He's got a few daughters, Cynthia Gill, Haley, both of them umpires. There's a love of the game in that household. In fact, as I said earlier, his stepdaughter is Kylie Mesmer, our starting pitcher today. So kind of a blended family right there. Probably a tough story and a sad story, but you know, I think these guys they're a wonderful family. I think the world of them out there, and you know, Kylie and Trish. Kylie lost her father a couple of years ago to brain cancer, and I think through softball, Marcos Gill met Trisha, Kylie's mom, and you know, they're a beautiful family. They found a way to find happiness out there and find that silver lining. And one of the things that they all have in common in that household is that they all love this game out here. And it's a beautiful thing to see Marcos coaching with Trisha and Kylie out there playing with her stepsister. And then, of course, the other two are umpires. I mean, there's no doubt, there's no shortage of love of the game out there.
Sure.
Our thoughts and prayers are always with the Gills and the entire Mesmer household.
As Gill finds some outfield grass. Here comes the base runner. The ball beater, but not able to handle it, was Obata. So French comes in to score. Gill takes second on the throw. So now it's a 5-1 lead for the Little Saints. And not Anna Hoppy was able to get that in quickly, but just Obata wasn't quite able to handle it. Now Sydney Rowe coming to the plate. That pitch is high, but a strike. So 0-1 here for Sydney Rowe. Chases an upstairs fastball.
That's
strike
a hard
number
one,
two.
Hard one to lay off of. I mean, just a good up pitch right there. Starts, you know, about belt high right there and climbs the ladder with that pitch.
0-2 pitch. She puts that one to right field. Hoppy settling under it for the final out, but Little Saints add another run to make it 5-1 as they head into the dugout. It's going to be May Obata, Kylie Lemon, Tatum Chestnut coming up here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
So we got a pitching change coming up here. Number 3 entering for the Little Saints.
So that is Taylor Rowe, I believe. Sydney Rowe, excuse me.
You did better than me. I would have gotten them both wrong.
So Sydney Rowe. Class of 2021. Plays for Kellis in her prep ball, 3.17 GPA. Won the Spartan Award in 2018. That puts forth the best effort in practices and games at all time. 2019, she followed that up with a 5A Northwest All-Region second-team pitcher. And then the Peoria Unified School District All-District Honorable Mention in 2019 as well.
We're seeing Little Saints make several defensive substitutions out there. Sit tight with us. We'll have those defensive substitutions to you here shortly. Getting my intel right now from Tricia Mesmer over at Little Saints. Filling us in, doing the work for us. I'll take it. Yes, we got Sydney Rowe on the mound, like I said earlier. Looks like we got Cheyenne Becker, who moved over to first. Leanne Bird over at third. And Nicole Armijo at right field. So again, Cheyenne Becker went over to first, Leanne Bird at third, and Nicole Armijo in right field for the Little Saints.
Obata fouls that one off. That one was right in on the hands.
And that wind is really picked up out there.
Yeah.
Boy, our camera guy's having a hard time even keeping a steady focus out there in center field. Don't envy him or her.
They are out in the elements, and I've been in the shade since 9 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It's a pretty nice spot we're in over here.
Yeah.
These guys are getting cooked on the baselines and out in center field. Dust kicking up in their faces everywhere.
Obata, hard hit ball, but Van Dorn able to come away with it. Fires it over to Becker for the first out. Nice snag there by Van Dorn. Now coming to the plate, Kylie Lemon.
Just a great job by our crew getting that replay for us over there. Nice play at shortstop.
First pitch swinging. Nice job by Becker to come away with that one. Probably would have headed for foul territory had it found some dirt.
So we see the defensive substitution. Becker over there at first, and second ball or second, third pitch of the inning. She gets a nice little play right there. It's a good way to enter the ball game.
2 up, 2 down.
Big smile right there. Big high fives.
Tatum Chestnut coming to the plate now.
Saw her last at bat. She did a great job of a soft slap, kind of a soft slap push bunt maybe between the pitcher and first baseman here. This kid has a full set of tools, so it'll be interesting to see what she sees from the defense here and what she decides to pull out of her toolbox.
Takes that pitch. Yeah, as a former undersized left-handed outfielder, watching any good drag bunt is just, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Those little elements of this game are big. You can't score if you can't reach base.
Yep.
I mean, unless you're hitting home runs, and then of course you got to touch them all anyway. So yeah, that's a truthful statement. But this is one that understands. Ball in play, pressure on the defense.
Slaps that one in between the shortstop and third baseman for her second straight hit. And I should correct myself, as a former undersized outfielder who couldn't hit.
I see Christy Ambrosi from Embry-Riddle out there watching her future outfielder get that base hit right there. I'm sure it's got to put a smile on her face. 2 for 2 thus far. Dad over at third base. Got to play it cool.
Antonia Milinovic at the plate now. It is a 5-1 game here in the 4th inning. Milinovic swings through that one. Another big swing and a miss. Antonia's first at bat, she struck out looking. That pitch is low. .5 weighted GPA for her. Works with the Salvation Army Christmas Angels, Feed My Starving Children as well. Big swing and a miss for strike number 3, and that is the 3rd out.
Well, Sydney Rowe just doing a great job right there. I don't think there was any drop-off between her and Kylie right there, and I think they have all the confidence in the world. And you can see why. We got a good little pitching staff over there at Little Saints Gold.
We head to the 5th inning with a 5-1 lead for the Little Saints. Make sure to come back and check out the rest of the game.
But hey, now this is just their style. And it's nice to get out of. I think they actually try and give the girls a few more bats too if they don't get 7. Because if they get 7, doesn't matter the score.
That's 7's max.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, no worries. You're welcome.
Taylor Thompson back out in the circle. Going to face Nicole Armijo here in the top of the 5th. Little Saints leading 5-1 over the Hotshots Chestnut team. Game 3 of 6 for our broadcast schedule today. Jordan Ham, Brian Georges here on the call. That pitch is outside.
Definitely excited that Little Saints decided to join us here, and preview of things to come. Starting to catch word coast to coast about the NAS and the Elite Summer Fastpitch series that we have going on, and of course the quality of the broadcast that's brought to you by Floodstream. And what we're seeing out here is we're seeing just some great softball, great weather up here in northern Arizona and Prescott over at Yavapai College. And our next one's, I think we're going to get better every time out. We've got the SoCal A's coming to join us on July 11th. And that is a phenomenal organization. I think everybody knows them across the country. So SoCal A's will come out and partner up with us, and we'll have a little showdown, a little clash of the border clash, so to speak. And I know we're excited. Hopefully Ken Briggs and his crew at home are watching. And hopefully we can get Richardson in on this as well. And I think we've got 2 teams committed from SoCal, and we're hoping to have 4 for that event. So July 11th and July 12th. Well, let's focus on the here and now. What do we got?
We got a battle going on right now between Armijo and Thompson. Thompson continuing to pound the zone, and Nicole continuing to extend the matchup as much as she can, the at-bat. It's the sign and the pitch on the inside. She was pounding that outside zone, then just went the old okey doke, went on the inside corner for strike number 3, the first out of the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, I'm watching Taylor pitch here, Taylor Thompson, and I'm almost confused watching her pitch right now because it does not feel like she's given up 5 runs. I mean, she has been dominant for periods, but the funny thing about this game, again, she had 2 outs, runners at second and third. It's a game of inches. I mean, if she throws that ball to Kylie Mesmer, maybe 2 inches further in on her hands and induces an out, we might be talking about a 1-0 or a 0-0 ball game right here.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair statement here. Yeah, felt like it. The Little Saints struck very quickly with just a little bit of opportunity. Didn't need much there.
Yeah, it happened quick. So here's Megam right here. Urakawa, we talked about earlier. Speedy center fielder.
Yeah.
2021.
Pitch is outside. Yeah, showed off the glove earlier this game. Made a catch at a full sprint. Last at bat, flew out to the shortstop. Nice swing there, just couldn't connect.
Thompson just walks to the back of the circle, gathers herself, and she's thinking about, how am I getting a punch out here? Whew, didn't miss by much.
Nice pitch there, and good frame there.
Yeah, I'll tell you, early on we talked about her, a lot of swings and misses, and as a coach, That's the kind of pitcher you want out there on the mound. I mean, look, there's no defense for the strikeout. You don't have to play defense, right? So you got a pitcher out there like that that's getting those swings and misses. You'll take that all day long. Now, one thing that'll get you are the walks. And, you know, as we just saw there, now we've got a runner over at first base with 1 out. And that's not the one that you want to walk, certainly not in that spot. So you've got a lot of speed over there now. And you were reading earlier, Urakawa, almost 11 flat, home to home. You know, a base hit might score this kid with that kind of speed.
Cheyenne Becker getting her first at bat.
You know, I'm being facetious, but just a little bit. You know, bobble here.
Yeah.
A poor cut or poor rotation. You got that kind of speed, man. You can change the game.
And what we've seen, I think, from these base runners is they want to force the defense to make a play. So they'll try to extend that extra 60 feet if needed.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, in watching this right now, you've got speed over at first. You're up 4. I say put your foot down on the gas pedal right here. Let's see this kid wheel down to second base. Let's see what kind of speed she's really got. Get her into scoring position right here.
Right in on the hands.
There she went. She was going.
Yep. Looks like she heard you. And but that was fouled back, so she's going to reset at first base.
Well, if Marcos didn't tell her to go, I was going to yell out on the field for her to go.
1-2 count here to Becker. 1 out. And back pick. Trying to keep her honest. You even saw Antonia there kind of just hang on to the ball, just an extra beat.
Yep.
Just see.
It's showing some savviness over at first. Chill out. We had a first baseman a few years back, heck of a first baseman, Ariana Cedillo. And Ariana was the master at that, just casually holding onto the ball and applying the tag. And I think I saw her do that at least a half dozen times over 1 year. And I haven't seen a first baseman since that was that good at that. But those little details, those small things, they add up. Stealing outs, stealing bases, taking every inch that you can get out there. It makes all the difference in the world in this ball game. That ball's well hit.
Becker gets a hold of that one.
Here's
That's
the speed. We're going to see the speed right here.
Urakawa coming into third. She is safe. Becker comes in standing to second base.
Again, we talk about those inches. I'm not sure Urakawa got a good read off of contact right there.
I don't think she did.
Yeah, she should have been going all the way right there. That's a no doubter off the bat, off the base defense.
That might have been something where Chestnut was kind of shielding whether she was going to make that play because it was right over her head.
Well, we've seen a lot of savviness so far from Miss Chestnut out there, and what a hustle play right there. She's in a little bit on that. It's a straight sprint to the ball. Just plants her back foot and gets that ball back into the infield as fast as possible. And as a result, minimizes the potential damage. There's no runs home right now. And, you know, high leverage situation again for Miss Thompson, but an open base over at first. So pitch your pitch, kid. Whew. That's that curve right there, power curve. I'd like to see her start that a little bit further in on him even.
Elise Enriquez up to the plate. Davis and Elkins commit. Class of 2020.
Mayo Bada back there working back behind the dish. What a great job she does for her pitcher back there. She's low. She's blocking them when she needs to. I mean, very infrequently. Taylor's right around the zone, but she wants to keep that ball down. And she knows she can put it there because she's got a catcher like May behind the dish.
Great mix of pitches there as Obata tries to go back pick at third base, but she gets back. But strikeout, out number 2.
And there's that catcher showing you why. A catcher is a pitcher's best friend. She's not thinking 1 out on the strikeout. She says, hey, my battery mate right here just got the strikeout. Let me see if I can get one for her too. And she goes for that back pick at third base. Love it. Love it that she's thinking about impacting the game right there. Those small details, they add up.
Speaking of impact on the game, Bustamante coming to the plate. Already a 2-run home run. Big swing right there with 2 runners in scoring position. I don't think her last home run has landed yet.
Nope, it hasn't. That thing was a comet. They're going to have to name it. Look, Taylor right here, I'd love to see something off speed from her right now. This kid is coming out of her shoes. She is looking to end the game right here.
Nice pitch there.
Yeah, right when I say that, Taylor says, no, I got more juice. I got more juice, coach. Wait, I'm going to blow it by her. Mano-y-mano right here. You like that?
Thompson really has just gone at whoever it may be.
Very smart pitch right there. Again, open base. She knows how deadly this hitter is. This hitter has already taken her yard. Goes high and away on that one. She's going to pitch the pitcher's pitch with that open bag.
Thompson gets her sign. And the pitch. Ooh. What a great mix of pitching right there.
Mix of pitches.
Strikes out the side, leaves 2 in scoring position, and they are going to head to the dugout. Escape, no damage done. What a job by Taylor Thompson.
Nasty drop ball right there. Gets the out. Great job. Way to rebound, and that's that mental mindset that we talked about. Look, the kid gave up 5. I don't know how. I mean, I blinked my eyes, and we went from 2 outs and about to get out of the inning with no runs scored. And Saints put up a 4 spot, and outside of that, Taylor Thompson has been lights out. I don't have the stats on her, but her swing and miss ratio, it's through the roof.
Yeah, it looks like she's just basing all of that off the fastball right now. Just go ahead and try to catch up to it. But now Sydney Rowe coming out for her 2nd inning of work.
And for our viewers at home, again, hope you guys are enjoying this broadcast. We do have a couple things going on today. We have a 50-50 raffle, and you can buy your raffle tickets online or virtually. All you got to do is just send me your money. Don't worry about it. We'll get you in the raffle. So if you can send, we got $1 for a ticket. We got $5 for 7. An arm's length is 10. A generous $20 investment or donation, so to speak, will get you a 6-foot length of tickets. And through Venmo, it's at Brian, B-R-I-A-N, hyphen, Georges. And that's just like it sounds, George with an S on the end. So at Brian, hyphen, Georges. And if you just want to make a donation to what we've got going on here, it's expensive to have a crew as good as this one out here, but well worth it. The feedback we've been getting from college coaches and viewers across the country is best production that they see out there, best camera angles. We're hearing things about we're able to recruit what we see thanks to this the brilliance of this broadcast group. So yeah, help us make this a great summer, and hopefully something that we can sustain into the future. If you want to make an investment, you're a small business owner or even a mid-size or large business owner. I mean, if Mr. Bezos over at Amazon, you're listening, we'll take your generous donations. And again, that would just be to at Brian, B-R-I-A-N, hyphen, Georges, Georges, through Venmo, or Brian Georges, first name, last name, Brian Georges, at ArizonaHotshots.com for PayPal. It's Brian Georges at ArizonaHotshots.com. Yeah, Sydney Rowe, great sequence of pitches there. She didn't miss by much on that last one, but I can tell you this much. She did not want to get that leadoff walk, and now we got number 77 down there at first. Who was that, Jordan?
Jordan Ayala just threw the walk. Now Hannah Hoppy coming. And I will say this as a broadcaster, I didn't know this was a thing until about 9 days ago. But I am very impressed in the, 6 games that I've done with you, Brian, and with when we knew as the back pick comes in, but back in time, I knew there was validity when Floodstream was a part of it, but very impressed with what has transpired from last weekend to, 3 games, all of a sudden to a full showcase with multiple teams getting out of the Phoenix area into Prescott. So very impressed with just what we've seen in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, and as am I. I'm in awe even being a part of this, and there's so many contributions coming from everywhere you look. I mean, you see Nathan Chestnut down there at third base. He's a big part of why we're here. We got together, our 16U and 18U coaches, and so what can we do given the current climate? What can we do given the current circumstances to get these kids out on the field, give them something to be hopeful for, put a smile on their faces. And, Nathan Chestnut said, hey, you need help finding fields? I said, yeah, we need help finding fields. I said, that's an important word right there. We, not you or I. And he said, got it. And so he's the one that got us, connected here in Prescott with Rick Horman and NSA and the city of Prescott. And, puts us here at Yavapai College, Bill Valet, lower and upper fields. Beautiful fields, beautiful weather here. And it's thanks to the support of not only do these guys give their time, they're all unpaid volunteers, but not just for their own teams, not just coaching their teams, not just promoting their teams, but that's what you learn about why this is such a great team game. Because those coaches are demonstrating to all these student athletes, hey, I got your back. We're going to get you out on the field. And then they're taking time away from their families, time away from their businesses, and going out there and putting the extra work in and piecing things together so that what we're seeing today it's a reality. And we're seeing good competitive softball. We're seeing a lot of excitement everywhere we look. There is recruitment going on, which is just awesome. For my friends in the coaching world that are they're going, I get to watch softball. It's entertaining, and I'm actually seeing some student athletes that I'm interested in. And you couldn't ask for anything more than that. It checks all the boxes that we're looking for. Safe, fun environment for the girls to play softball, safe return, to bring that excitement, and that's what Floodstream's done. It's just so exciting to watch these games, even if you're not here.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so, and it's only getting better. Like I said, the SoCal A's jumping in, coming all the way from California, July 11th and 12th. And, they took a look at, just the test pilot we did and the quality of the broadcast. And they said, hey, we liked what we saw in terms of the softball, the competition, and we love the broadcast. How do we get in? And, just love that. Any of you other travel coaches that are out there, we want you. We want you guys out here. The girls want the competition. Doesn't matter what team we're talking about. Number 5 team in the country, number 10 team in the country, number 30 team in the country. They want the high-level competition. They want to see the top pitching. That's what they're out here for the fun of it and because they love to compete. So if you guys are out there, if you're interested, shoot me an email, briangeorges@arizonahotshots.com. Same goes for sponsorship, too. Yeah, I talked earlier about, some of you business owners. If you're interested in being advertised here, you see during the broadcast, we've got some local advertisers and local support. Your contributions are meaningful, and I can tell you this much. The community will get behind you. So if you're advertising out here, it's going to work out for you.
Thompson finds an outfield grass. Ayala coming around, and she will score. That makes it a 5-2 game. So like Mesmer did, Thompson helping her own cause.
Well, what did we see there? The battle of 11s that you talked about earlier. Kylie Mesmer was out there pitching and throwing a gem, and then she plated 2 with a 2-out situation to get the Little Saints up 2-0. And now it's Miss Taylor Thompson's turn right there to make a contribution offensively. Obviously, she's doing it defensively, but goes opposite field there, drives in a run, and now we've got ourselves a good ball game right here. No outs, runner in scoring position. A heck of a ball player coming up right here.
Bella Williams coming to the plate. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Sydney Rowe in the circle, gets her sign. Williams first pitch swinging, lines it straight to the third baseman, able to make the catch. And that was Bird that made it. Trying to double up the runner, but they got back in time. So 1 down now. Runner still on first and second. Maddie Lung going to the plate. Last at bat, singled, scored a run. Outside strike.
It just seems like this kid seems to be in the thick of it, Maddie Lung.
Yeah, whenever there's a big moment, seems like number 3. Now in a battle of 3s, as we said, the battle of 11s earlier. It's a battle of 3s, and she puts one up the middle. That's going to drop. They're going to hold it. Bases loaded now, 1 out. But Maddie Lung, great piece of hitting there.
Well, I'll tell you what I really appreciate thus far, getting good intel on these student athletes from these coaches. They're not overselling them and they're not underselling them. And what what Coach Chestnut told me is, Maddie Lung, you know, one of the hearts of this team. I don't want to say the heart and soul of this team, you know, but he certainly has just a ton of respect for her, and so do her teammates. And what does she do right there? Blast the ball up the middle, and all of a sudden, we're a ball in the gap away from tying this game, which was once a 5-1 ball game here.
Big swing from Casey Rodriguez.
I like it. Come out of your shoes.
She had a great start to 2020 before the season got cut short. 14 for 30. She skies this one. Urakawa catches it. Momentum pulled her backwards, though, so the runner will score. That was Hoppy that came in. So now it's a 5-3 ball game.
It's a mature piece of hitting right there. You know, like I said, come out of your shoes. It looks like she just missed that one. I think a centimeter difference, and that's a grand slam. Yeah, she just missed a salami right there. But she does the next base thing, and the best thing, and that's plates a run.
Susie Kerstick in on the hands. Bird able to make the catch. So, Team Chestnut chipping away, but still leaves some runners out there.
Yeah, Sydney Rowe got it done right there. Ball in on the hands, induced the pop-up, and said, enough of this. Getting out of this jam right now. Let's go hit, girls.
So it is a 5-3 lead for the Little Saints as we head to the 6th. This is a good one. Make sure to keep it right here to check out the conclusion.
What inning is it? 7?
Taylor Thompson back in the circle, taking on Kiana Bird. Pitch is high. Little Saints right now leading 5-3 as we enter the 6th inning. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Jordan Ham alongside Brian Georges on what has been a great day of softball so far. And this is our most competitive broadcast so far. And I don't think that's close, and part of that is because of the performance that your team has put up in the first 2 games, the offensive onslaught that they had.
Yeah, I'm okay with those first couple games being blowouts. Yeah, again, I got to go look back at the stats. I mean, just out of, you know, normally I'm not one to look at that stuff or fixate on it, but there's some things when your team's got, you know, close to a dozen jacks on the day through 2 games. Yeah, as a coach, you're going to be pretty dang excited about that. I can't hold it back. And, you know, there was a lot more on display that we saw out there. I don't think we saw an error in the field by our crew in the first 2 games.
Yeah.
And the pitching was spot on. So when you're seeing a clean sheet through 2 games this early in the season and a bunch of jacks to go with it, you're going to be fired up. And I'm certainly fired up, and I can't wait to see not just my team play some more, but some more softball. I am just absolutely loving this. I'm loving getting to see Coach Chestnut's team out there play right now. I'm loving getting to see these Little Saints girls out there. You know, Coach over there at first base talking to them. They're sitting there and they're strategizing, going, how do we push another run across? We've got to find a way to get an insurance run because, as you alluded to last inning, Chestnut's team is chipping away. And a 2-run lead is nothing in this game. This is what, Miss French at the plate, Bailey French?
Yes, it is. Grounded out to third in her last at bat. Thompson gets her sign and delivers.
You know, about her,
Strike.
she was asked to describe herself as a player. Yeah, I mean, this is what you expect and hope to hear from a kid, but it's spot on. She's a team player and coachable. Oh, that checks a box for me. I was going to say, describe yourself as a teammate, friendly and supportive. I mean, check, check. What do you love about softball? Competition and hitting. She looks like a hitter up there, and let's see what she's got.
Thompson's pitch.
Yeah, that's a really healthy-looking swing right there.
French right on that one. By that same token, we've talked so much about Taylor Thompson and her mentality and just going after hitters. And I chuckled yesterday doing prep on these games. Taylor Thompson's favorite athlete. I'll give you a guess. Who do you think it is?
Taylor Thompson's.
French puts a right into this one. That
well,
one's
right
up
on
and gone.
cue. Thank you, Miss French. You said it, and she said she loves competition and hitting. And, yeah, we could see it on display right there. That was a later tater, opposite field taco.
So those are some welcome insurance runs for the Little Saints as they go up 7-3. And it felt like Team Chestnut had the momentum, was starting to make this into a ball game, even start to overtake it. It felt like the Saints might have been on their heels a little bit, but Bailey French extends that lead now, 7-3.
Yeah, that was a no-doubter off her bat, and that one hop the adult slow pitch fence back there. A lot of power from that kid right there. Happy for her. You know, Taylor's she's been touched for 2 in this game, and you know it's probably the difference in the game. It's probably 2 pitches, and that's not to put that all on Taylor Thompson. Taylor's pitched a heck of a ball game here.
She really has.
It's, you know, a combination of this wind right now, and that last one looked like it got picked up a little bit, but it was a no-doubter no matter what field you're playing on and what the conditions are. But, you know, same with the other home run by Bustamante.
Yeah.
You know, but look, Taylor's just had a couple misses. I think something that actually works against her is she's throwing pretty hard. I think she's about 60, 61 from what I heard earlier. And, you know, so, I mean, you just got to get to contact and stay linear through something like that on a day like today, and the ball's going to go. Probably the part I've liked the most about watching Taylor pitch is what she does after something like that happens, after a home run.
Oh, that first pitch was probably 65. Be all right, try to catch up to this. Yeah, continues to get after these hitters, but
And you know, go ahead, sorry.
Going back to that, Taylor Thompson's favorite athlete?
Yeah, who is it?
Taylor Thompson.
Oh gosh, I love that.
She had some incredible fun facts, as that one is skied straight up.
What do you got? What are
Let's see. Favorite athlete is Taylor Thompson, and she provided the smiley face. I'm a natural lefty, but I'm a righty. She has a leash for her cat, and her nickname is Jenny Finch or Dinger Daddy.
Okay.
I'm not going to ask questions on some of those, but final out here. But Bailey French able to extend this lead 7-3. And looks like this game is now called, as we are getting the pseudo good game line here in a world of social distancing where it's a wave, and we will be on to the next game then. So game number 3 in the books. The Little Saints win this one 7-3 over Team Chestnut. And again, this one, I mean, the home run by French was the exclamation point, but this was just such a, you know, two heavyweight fighters just trading punches throughout the entire game.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'd say if I had to pick an MVP from that game, it's probably Kylie Mesmer, just dominating in the circle. But, you know, some good up-and-coming youngsters that are uncommitted youngsters from Little Saints. Is Bustamantes, is she committed? And the other one is Miss Bailey French.
Bustamante is committed to Ohio Christian.
What about Bailey French?
Bailey French is a 2022.
What do you say we get her up here about 5 minutes before next game, huh?
I like it.
Her and Kylie, and over from Nate's side.
Coming up at 3:45, Arizona Hotshots Del Sante against Arizona Hotshots Team Day. As we saw last weekend, Team Day, they have some speedsters. They love to just get that, that rotation going, get the ducks on the pond and get them moving. So this should be another fun one as we are halfway through our broadcast here for Saturday, a quarter of the way through the broadcasts for the entire weekend. For the Floodstream team, for Brian Georges, I am Jordan Ham. Make sure to keep it here the rest of this Saturday and weekend for some more Arizona High School softball.